The night they dragged me out of my own house, I realized that being successful didn't mean being safe. It happened on a quiet Friday night in Atlanta. The rain had just stopped, and I was settling into my new home, a modest 2-story house I'd bought after 10 years of working overtime as a nurse. The smell of new paint still hung in the air, and the boxes were half unpacked. I remember humming softly as I folded my scrubs, feeling proud. Then came the knock. It was sharp, repetitive, angry. I froze. It was past 10 p.m. Through the peephole, I saw flashing red and blue lights. 2 white police officers stood on my porch, hands resting on their belts. "Open up," one barked. "We've had a report of a break-in." Confused, I opened the door slightly. "Officers, there must be some mistake. This is my house." "Step outside, ma'am," the taller one ordered. "We'll sort this out after we make sure you belong here." I frowned. I do belong here. "I can show you my ID, the house deed." "Ma'am, step outside now." Before I could respond, one grabbed my arm. The cold rainwater soaked through my t-shirt as they pulled me onto the porch. My neighbor's lights flicked on one by one. Curtains moved. Someone was recording. "Please," I shouted. "You're making a mistake." But they weren't listening. They pressed me against the police car, searched my pockets, and demanded to know how I got in. I tried to stay calm. "My name is Dr. Maya Thompson. I live here. I moved in last week. The deed is in my name." "Doctor?" one scoffed. "You a doctor, huh?" He didn't believe me. None of them did. One officer stepped aside to talk into his radio, while the other hovered behind me, tapping his flashlight impatiently. Minutes passed. The air felt heavy with humiliation. My hands were trembling, not from fear but from anger. Then another car pulled up. A familiar voice shouted, "Officers, what's going on here?" It was him, Mr. Jenkins, my 72-year-old white neighbor who'd lived across the street for decades. "She broke into the house," one officer replied. "We got a call." Jenkins frowned. "That's impossible. She's the new owner. The Thompsons bought the house from the Parkers last month. I helped them move in." The officers exchanged awkward glances. Suddenly their tone softened. "Ma'am, can we see that ID now?" I handed it over, my voice shaking. "I tried to show you earlier." They looked at it, then at me. One mumbled, "Apologies, ma'am. We just had to be sure." But the apology meant nothing. My wrists still ached where they'd held me. My dignity was somewhere in that rain-soaked driveway. As they drove away, I stood there, wet, humiliated, but unbroken. Jenkins sighed, eyes full of pity. "I'm so sorry, Maya, this shouldn't have happened." I smiled weakly. "It's not your fault. It's the world we live in." That night, I sat on my couch and stared at the deed in my hands. My name printed in bold letters, Dr. Maya Thompson. I'd earned this home, every brick, every wall, every quiet night I thought would bring peace. But that night I learned a bitter truth. No matter how hard you work, how educated you are, or how much you own, some people will still look at you and only see the color of your skin. Thank you for watching. Stories like this remind us that prejudice isn't just a headline. It's real. It's personal, and it still happens every day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true stories that expose the painful realities people live through.